And sometimes we hear people talking about culture as the glue that keep employees together. Another way to think about it is to think about the behaviors that people have, behaviors that are expected, behaviors that are reinforced, and of course the behaviors that keep getting reinforced, rewarded, and eventually punished. So if we make a transition to organizational culture, Alejandro, give us some comments about the relevance of culture to an organization.
Tremendously relevant, because it's the way that companies will be shown to the outside. As you rightfully say, is the combination of all these behaviors is what is going to really make us different from the competition, from other companies that are in other markets, and it's really the way that we operate every day. The best definition that I found for culture is the way that employees behave when the boss is not around.
Good
and
one. Yes.
Something very important, it is invisible. It is something that is there that we will see through the time.
So, Francia, since we're talking about the way that people operate, I imagine this has a huge impact on the bottom line. Give us your thoughts about it.
Well, the way that you have to see this is that companies exist to produce products and services that then they sell out to the clients and prospects. Clients and prospects will choose your company if your company has things that relate to them. So is this company a company that's concerned about civic organizations, concerned about the community, concerned about the quality of the products? Then I will feel more inclined to buy for a company that is similar to me. So this way, by building that organizational culture internally, you allow, and communicating it, you allow clients to reach out to you and to prefer your products and services. And that's how it impacts the bottom line. Excellent.
Thank you. And Von Trompenaars, one of the giants in the field of culture, he talks about 17 dichotomies that define culture. One of them has to do with risk-taking. Elena, give us your thoughts about that.
Yeah, we were talking about behaviors and we were talking about the invisibility of the culture. I would say that behaviors are rooted in mindset and beliefs. And one pervasive belief is the ability to take risks. And today we are talking about, and we listen a lot about innovation as the way to be relevant in the markets nowadays. And innovation is intrinsically related to the capability to take risks.
Excellent, thank you. And I talk about one of the dimensions of culture. Sometimes I'm not going to go over the 17 dimensions, but again, if you think about the national cultures, you can see that some of the people in some cultures are very direct, others are more hierarchical, others are more informal. And of course, you cannot talk about everybody in the same country behaving that way. But when you think about organizational culture, you can see that happening very much. And Elena just talked about risk-taking. Imagine when you were working in a company that has a very hierarchical culture. It's going to be a little bit awkward for people to be taking more risks in that respect. So partners, any further comments you'd like to add to this topic of culture?
Well, I would like to add that culture for the companies is almost the same as defining the personality when you talk about persons. So that's the way they are going to be. And something that is related tremendously to every comment about the behaviors, the risk-taking, the hierarchical way, is something that will evolve through the time as well. So not a company will have the same culture forever. Are things that are evolving, and it's part of the transformation where we as practitioners can help to shape or adjust through the time.
Yeah, I would say that on top of being a culture, how an organization or people behave, is also very related to what an organization celebrates. There is a lot of statesmanship in what are the things that a company and a group of people celebrates.
Yeah, and one of the most marvelous things about working for a large organization that has a solid culture is that regardless of where you go to that organization in terms of the globe, anywhere in the world that you visit that organization, you're likely to find the same type of values and beliefs because they're very important to that organization, and things like respect would be one of them. And so it's a safe spot because you know that that's the way you're going to conduct yourself when you step the barriers of that organization.
And we mentioned so many times the issue of behavior. So when you say the companies are changing, every new employee that comes to an organization, he or she's been impacted by the culture of the company. But of course, especially when senior people walk into a company, he or she is going to be shaping that culture. And once again, in the first day, you commented before about the role of leaders in that respect. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this. And next month, we're going to be talking about engagement, another very important topic. See you there.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.